There's a special kind of magic in forgotten perfumes, the ones you wore without overthinking, the ones that lived quietly on your dresser until trends changed, new bottles arrived, and somehow they slipped into the past. But here's the secret. Some of those forgotten scents, they still smell absolutely incredible. Today, we're revisiting 10 perfumes you forgot you loved, but are still incredible. Nostalgic favorites, underrated classics, and fragrances that deserve to be worn again, proudly. Because sometimes the best scent memories were never outdated. They were just waiting. Charlie White. We begin with a clean classic that once lived everywhere and still works beautifully today. Charlie White is crisp, soft, and comforting. Green florals, gentle aldehydes, and that unmistakable fresh out of the shower feeling. It smells simple but intentional, clean without being sharp, feminine without being sweet. People forget how easy Charlie White is to wear, how effortlessly pretty it feels, and how calming it can be in a world of heavy, complicated scents. A quiet reminder that clean classics never truly disappear. Red Door Aura. From airy freshness to a softer, modern glow, Red Door Aura took the bold confidence of the original Red Door and wrapped it in light, smoother, gentler, more contemporary. Sparkling florals open the scent, touched with a subtle sweetness, before settling into a warm, approachable finish that feels elegant without ever feeling heavy. It's graceful, polished, and surprisingly easy to wear from morning to evening. Many people rediscover Aura and quietly say, "I forgot how beautiful this really was." And once it's back on the skin, it doesn't shout, it stays. Boss Femme. From polished elegance to effortless femininity, Boss Femme is softness done right, never shy, never loud, just perfectly balanced. Fresh fruits lift the opening, blending seamlessly into delicate florals, before melting into a creamy base that gently hugs the skin and lingers close. It smells like quiet confidence, like someone who never needs to announce themselves, yet is always noticed the moment they enter a room. This is the kind of perfume you wore to work, to brunch, to everyday life, and somehow stopped reaching for, until you smell it again and remember exactly why it worked everywhere. Roberto Cavalli Signature. From gentle femininity to bold golden glamour, Roberto Cavalli Signature is warm, rich, and completely unapologetic, a scent that embraces excess in the most elegant way. Orange blossom glows at the center, drenched in smooth vanilla and golden amber, creating a radiant trail that feels confident, sensual, and unmistakably feminine. This is not a shy perfume. It's glamorous without feeling dated, sweet without ever becoming childish. Many people forgot it as trends shifted and softened, but on skin, it still turns heads effortlessly. A quiet reminder that bold femininity never truly goes out of style. Nicole Miller EDP. From modern glamour to underrated floral sophistication, Nicole Miller EDP is smooth, elegant, and quietly complex, a fragrance that reveals itself slowly, never all at once. Soft florals unfold with gentle warmth beneath, creating a polished, grown, and effortlessly refined presence that feels composed rather than showy. It doesn't chase attention. It earns it patiently, gracefully. Many people wore this without fully realizing just how beautifully balanced it truly was, until they revisit it years later with new perspective. and suddenly, what once felt familiar now feels timeless. Jovan Island Gardenia. From refined elegance to sun-warmed nostalgia, Jovan Island Gardenia is creamy, tropical, and deeply comforting, a scent that wraps you in warmth from the very first spray. Rich white florals bloom softly on the skin, carrying a gentle, almost vintage warmth that feels like summer memories carefully bottled and saved. It smells like skin kissed by sunshine, relaxed, familiar, and unmistakably nostalgic. People often forget it because it feels too familiar, almost invisible with time. But once you wear it again, you remember exactly why it always felt like home. Caesar's Eau de Parfum. From gentle nostalgia to dramatic old-school glamour, Caesar's Eau de Parfum is bold, confident, and completely unforgettable, a fragrance that enters before you do. Big, opulent florals lead the way, wrapped in warm spice and depth, carrying that unmistakable 80s-90s presence that refuses to be softened or diluted. This is not minimal. This is statement femininity. Many people forgot Caesar's because it never learned how to whisper. But worn today, it feels powerful, distinctive, and refreshingly unapologetic. A forgotten diva, still commanding the room. G by Giorgio. From bold drama to sunshine-soaked confidence, G by Giorgio is bright, radiant, and unapologetically joyful, a fragrance that feels drenched in light from the first moment. White florals bloom boldly at the heart, wrapped in warmth and a golden glow that radiates confidence without hesitation or restraint. It smells like stepping straight into sunlight, loud but happy, strong yet genuinely inviting. People remember Giorgio. They just forget why they loved it, until it's back on skin, and suddenly nothing else smells quite like it anymore. Boucheron Place Vendome. From radiant nostalgia to refined modern elegance, Boucheron Place Vendome is the definition of graceful sophistication, a fragrance that feels poised, luminous, and effortlessly composed. Soft florals unfold gently on the skin, touched with a honeyed warmth, before settling into a polished finish that whispers luxury rather than announcing it. This is the kind of perfume people forget because it never chased trends, it simply floated above them. When rediscovered, it feels elegant, expensive, and beautifully balanced, a hidden gem that aged with grace and still quietly shines. Boss Femme Versailles. And now, the legendary scent people never truly forget. Boss Femme Versailles is opulent, sensual, and utterly unforgettable, a fragrance that feels alive from the very first moment. Spices swirl with florals, warmth, and a deep animalic richness, woven together into a composition that commands attention and refuses to be ignored. It's not for everyone, and that's exactly why it became iconic. People may stop wearing it, but they never truly forget it. Because Boss Femme Versailles isn't just a perfume, it's an experience, a memory, a bold statement that still feels daring, luxurious, and completely incredible. And there you have it, 10 perfumes you forgot you loved but are still incredible. Not trendy, not viral, but rich with memory, personality, and undeniable beauty. Tell me in the comments, which one of these did you wear back in the day, and which one are you tempted to revisit now? And if you love rediscovering forgotten favorites, underrated classics, and scents that still deserve their moment, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Because sometimes The best perfumes weren't replaced. They were just waiting to be remembered.